thanks for joining me. My name's Emily and today we are jumping. I have my Pilates ring. We're only using it to stretch at the very beginning of class. It's the only part we're using it for, so if you don't have them, no problem. I have my box. I have a yoga block to rest my head on for some sideline jumping. You can use a squishy ball, a small pillow, a rolled up towel, whatever you prefer. And of course, I have my jump board. I have 3 to 4 springs on for the warm up with footwork. So let's go ahead and begin. I have my headrest up. I have my handles on. I have my ring if I'm going to choose to use it. I'm going to come down to lying on my back. I'm going to find a comfortable position with my feet near the top of my footboard. It's easier to find a neutral spine here than it is with your feet tucked down lower. I have her cueing for jumping from there. And as you warm up for class, if you decide to drop your feet down lower, that's great. At the beginning of class, we're going to have them up near the top. I'm going to take my ring, flip my palms towards me, place my right toe area more towards my toes, the ball of my foot, so I can articulate a little bit in the pad of my ring, and I'm going to press out, really lengthening out through my left leg. Now, anchor through that right hip, flex your foot strongly, and pull down on your toes. You don't need to pull it up towards your nose to find the stretch here. Act as if your leg is pointing straight up to the ceiling like a column, and really pull down to feel the stretch all the way down the back of your leg. Take a couple of nice deep breaths here. Pull down a little bit more firmly, and now point your foot and flex even deeper. And point and flex. And inhale. As you exhale, wrap the corset around your ribs even tighter. One more. Good. Now take your left hand, flip it to the top of your palms facing you. Reach your right hand down by your side and float your leg across your body. Adjust your foot on the jump board as you need to. I have to turn my foot out slightly to accommodate my knee. Make sure your 12th rib is still sinking into the mat on the back, and lift your hip up slightly. Pull the ring in towards your nose or your ear by bicep curling. Good. Come back through the center. Let's leave our foot turned out because we're going to bring our right hand, palm facing our nose, into the ring. Left hand down, bring the ring out to the side, and bicep curl the ring up towards your ear. Don't let your hip pop off. Anchor that left hip down as you pull up. Good. Go ahead and release. Release your foot to the jump board. Bend your knees to come in. Readjust. The weight's a little heavy, so it could have shoved your shoulders into the footboard, or the shoulder blocks, sorry. Same position with our other foot. More to your toes than the ball of your foot in your ring. Your foot's flexed. My foot on the jump board, my right foot on the jump board is parallel. Currently, I'm going to press it out. Instead of pulling up and lifting up off my back and my hips, I'm going to put my legs straight up to the ceiling and pull down on my toes. I can feel it all the way down the back side of my kneecap. Stay here for a few nice breaths. Nice wide shoulder blades, and now point and flex even deeper. Bicep curl. Don't pop into your shoulders. Squeeze under your arms. Good. Now take your right hand, flip the top palm towards your nose, place it in the ring. Bring your right hand or your left hand down by your side. Keep that 12th rib into the mat firmly as if it's in a magnet. And pull that leg across your midline and up. Go ahead and adjust that foot if you need to, turning it out slightly. Good job, guys. Now, come back up to the center. The inside of your palm faces your nose. Grab the ring. Bring your foot to the outside and pull in. Don't let that right hip float off the mat. Come back to center, bring your foot down, come all the way in. We're going to get rid of that ring, toss it to the side, it won't bother you anymore. We're going to find a parallel position We're going to have a straight line from our hips to our knees, to our knees, to our heels, to our big toes. We have a perfect number 11. We're not going to let our knees whack each other. We're not going to let them float away from each other if we move. So we're going to maintain this position and press out and release back in. If your heels come off, no big deal, but your heels shouldn't come off and then hit the board again. So really keep your heels down to the board as much as you can. Really feeling a nice stretch. Get some nice weight in your heels to feel it in your glutes. Good. And inhale out and exhale back in. You have a nice long neck here. You have a nice wide shoulder blades. Nice wide collarbone. I'm wrapping the corset on my ribs still. My 12th rib is sinking down to the mat, but I have a slight lift between my 12th rib and the tip top of my sacrum or the back of my hips. My sacrum's the back of my hips, down to my tailbone, making a little triangle. One more. Now from here, without moving the balls of our feet, we're just gonna rotate our femur in the hip socket. Our knees will go wider away from each other, so they'll track over our big toes. We're in a Pilates view position. Press out, squeezing up towards the midline, squeeze your inner thighs, and release back down, or resist the springs as we come back in. We're keeping a neutral spine the whole time. Really breathe into it, finding a nice position. Good. After this, we're going to go to a wide second position. So we were in parallel. This is Pilates V. We're going to the wide second. Toes up towards the top points, but our toes are still on the jump board. Press it out and come back in. We're not at the balls of our feet just yet. Good. We're just going over the terminology of some different jumps that we could use while we're doing our footwork. As you come up, really feel the rotation around your femur, your hip socket, the really muscle connection there, pulling up with the muscles on the tops of your kneecaps. 2 more. Don't forget your ribs. Nice long neck. Good job, guys. Come back in. Now, bring your feet to the center. Now I'm in a high heel, forced arch, demi-point position. My legs are squeezed entirely together. They're not going to separate the whole time. I'm going to press out, keeping a neutral spine, and resist, keeping a neutral. And inhale, and exhale. And press out, finding the length. Press in through the jump board and press out through your head. And reach. Pressing in 2 ways. Same thing when we jump. We're going to find that 2-way stretch. Good. 9 and 10. Resist back in. Press back out. Now, release your left heel to the jump board as your right knee bends and pull all the way back up. After you pulled all the way back up, release your right heel. Bend your left knee and up and left heel. Lift, right, lift. Don't allow your back hips to shift off the mat. Squeeze toward everything towards the center. This is a controlled movement. Warming up those ankles a little bit more. 2 more sets. Good. Here's 10. Everybody up and lower your heels down. Kiss the jump board and raise them back up. I'm going slow and lower and kiss and squeeze and lift. Lower and kiss towards the midline and lift. Lower. Good. Sink your belly to your spine on the lift. Wrap your ribs on the lift. Good. Do 2 more. Still squeezing everything towards our thighs. And lift. Lower your heels. Bend your knees slightly. And resist the springs back in. Roll to the side. Come up to sitting. We're changing our springs over for some forward flexion work. We're doing hundreds. Series of 5 on the reformer. I've changed it over on my machine to 1 red, 1 blue. That's 1 medium and 1 light on my machine. I don't use half springs. Coming back down. Adjust adjust your springs as necessary for the hundreds, whatever you use. I'm going to find tabletop, reach my fingertips up towards the ceiling, spiral up slightly to my pinky blade edge so I really have that rib connection, that underarm connection. Inhale, exhale to curl up. I'm going to extend my legs to my working level, and I'm going to begin my hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Nice continuous inhale. Nice strong exhales if you're fogging a mirror. Inhale. Leave a space under your chin for an apple or an orange. Squeeze your legs together and squeeze your glutes. Draw your ribs towards your hips. Really stretch your fingers long. Squeeze under your arms. Nice wide collarbones. 2 more sets. Final set. Stop right there. Draw your knees into tabletop. Bring your arms up to the ceiling. Rest your head and neck and shoulders. From here, we have not rested our feet down yet. We're going to inhale, exhale, curl it up. Extend our left leg, leaving our right leg in tabletop. Draw our left leg back in. Reach our right leg and draw it back. And left. We're still reaching our ribs towards our hips. We've just taken out the pumping of the arms. And we're actually moving just one leg at a time, right? Same position, sort of, except the legs are moving. One more set. Good. Now, knees to tabletop, arms to the ceiling. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Leave your legs up. Inhale, exhale to curl up. We're going to do a double leg stretch variation. We're going to stretch our legs and pull them back in. Reach your arms up to the ceiling and squeeze them back down. Now legs and pull. Arms reach. Really wrap your ribs as you come back down. Squeeze under your arms. Don't lose your curl up as you lift your arms. You shouldn't lift your arms so far that your head reaches for the headrest. Two more. One more. Arms reach up, rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Scooch away from the shoulder block slightly. Again, you want your legs straight up to the ceiling, not coming to your nose. You don't want to lift off your sacrum. We're going to inhale, exhale to curl up, reaching for our right leg, and we're going to pull, pull, and switch for scissors, and pull, pull. Try to keep that left back hip connected. And pulse, pulse. Let your leg come to you. Don't bounce your body up to reach your leg. I don't know about anybody else, but my abs are definitely feeling it. Let's flex our feet. Different kind of stretch. You don't have to reach all the way up to your calf. You can reach behind your knee or behind your thigh. One more set. Legs straight up to the ceiling. Let's point our feet. I'm going to reach back, hold on to my pegs or my shoulder blocks. I'm going to have nice wide elbows, nice flat shoulder blades, but my ribs aren't going to pop off. Now we're going to do the double leg lower left. So we're going to drop down 1, 2, 3. Our pegs are there as a nice sort of rest for us. Also, they're helping us to connect to our ribs and our underarms. Pulling our shoulders away from our ears. It's really pressing on them rather than just squeezing on them for dear life, right? Good. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Now flex your feet and lower 1, 2, 3. I do the double leg lower lift in a Pilates V position. If you do it in parallel, no problem. Flex your feet in parallel, right? Final 2. Just feels nice to flex our feet after pointing for so long, right? Legs back to tabletop. We're not resting yet. Stay scooched away from the shoulder block. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Head in your hands, thumbs in your legs, really curling up, allowing your abdominals to hold your head, not your arms. Now, point your right foot and rotate your underarm towards your left knee. Pull everything back to center. And point and extend your left leg as you reach your underarm towards your right knee. This is elbow to knee. We're only going to do 3 more sets right here, and then we're going to change our position. One more to each side. Here's to the left. Don't lose your curl up. And to the right and center. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Place your feet on the jump board and press it out. This is lighter than it was before, right? Make sure that you keep that in mind. Nice neutral spine. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Head in your hands. Now raise your left knee to tabletop and rotate across. Use that right foot in the jump board as you come back through. Place your left foot down, lift your right leg up, and then rotate to really find that anchoring in your opposite back hip. And left leg to tabletop and rotate. And down and replace. You have to have a lot of control here. To center. Whoop, lose my glasses. And left leg and rotate. You find a deeper, I find a deeper rotation here. Hopefully you do too. Curl it up even deeper. And down, one more to each side. And lower. And to the left side. Or right side. And come in. And then rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Good. Bring your feet to I have the balls of my feet on the top of the jump board. I'm going to butterfly my legs slightly if that feels nice. Let's start jumping, right guys? Now I'm going to windshield wiper my legs real fast. Might as well enjoy that. We're going to be doing some double leg jumping to begin. So we're going to keep one red, one blue one. We're going to start in a Pilates V position. My toes are still at the top of the mat. We're going to be doing sets of 20 here. I'm going to platform my arms down by my side. I'm going to make sure that my feet land in the same position. I'm going to articulate through my feet so that I'm not landing on my feet and jarring my bones, my knees, etc., hips. So I'm going to press out and hop up and come back in. And inhale and exhale. Good. Here's 5, 6. Reach that energy on the top of your head and your toes. 8, 9. Really pull in on the box of your body or on your core so that you can keep that neutral spine the entire jump. And you're not going to feel it in your back. Good. Jumping is so fun to begin. Hopefully we're having fun by the end of class. Good. After this next one, we're going to come and go to parallel. Heels under our sits bones, nice number 11. Hold time in. Up and in. Inhale and exhale. Try not to bash at the bottom like I just did. Everyone does it. Keep breathing. Good. Here's 9 and squeeze your glutes. And 10 and reach your head and toes. Halfway there. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and in. Quick change, wide second, toes at the top and jump. And land. Keep your feet in the wide second, rotating the femur in the hip socket. Keep it going. 9, 10. Try to keep your feet at the same height. Don't drop them and lift them, right? It'll mess with your neutral spine. 18, 19, 20, and in. We're going to take a little break. Give your legs a hug. Woo! Okay, guys. We're going to jump straight leg together, and then we're going to add a little tuck on the next 20, and then we're going to change our spring for some single leg jumping. One more deep breath. Platform your arms down by your side. Nice neutral spine, and jump, and jump. Play around a little bit. See if you can find the very edge of how close you can get before you have to stop. Good. Nine. Glasses are getting foggy. 11. 12. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs. 19. 20. Don't stop. Jump a little, tuck and release. Go to tabletop. Don't go any further. And tuck and release. Try to keep a neutral spine. Place your hands on your hips if you need to. Halfway there. These are the hard ones. Good. Whew. 3 more. Oh, whoa. Release your feet to the wide second position. Butterfly your legs. Nice jumping, guys. Roll to your side and come up. We're going to change to one red spring. We're going to be doing all of our jumping from here on out on one red spring. Whew. The next 3 jumps are going to be a repeater series throughout class. We're going to be doing a jogging, a scissors, and a skier, where we take our feet from side to side as we jump and give ourselves a little whoop, whoop, oblique crunch. So to begin, I like to start with my leg raised. This is not the leg I favor for jumping my left leg. My right leg is. So I'm going to raise my left leg, and as I jump out, I switch my right leg to 1. We're going to do a set of 10, a set of 10, and a set of 10. 3. Nice lighter spring. It's easy to find that length still. Excellent. Here's 10 and 10. And now, oops, sorry. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm gonna start my left leg in the air, straight leg, and then I'm gonna switch for scissors. You can reach up and hold your leg if you like. Try to keep the back hip on the mat. Nice reach. Nice long leg switch. Keep it going. One more on each side. Jump out, jump in. Scooch away from the shoulder blocks. Inhale, exhale to curl up, reaching your palms up toward the ceiling and long. We're gonna jump out. Legs are gonna go, legs and ankles and knees are gonna go to the left. We're gonna crunch up on our oblique. We're lifting that hip, just like we did on the IT band. Starts at the very beginning of class. My hip raises slightly, and I crunch my top hand towards my heels. And reach. Nine. And final set, 10. And reach, and out, and in. Give your knees a nice hug, guys. You did great. We're gonna keep it on one breath. We're gonna scooch away from the shoulder blocks. Reach behind us, grab our handles. We're moving into coordination. Squeeze your biceps in towards your ribs. Palms, or tops of your palms come towards your shoulders. Inhale, exhale to curl up. Inhale, stretch long, hands hover off mat. Separate your feet into Pilates feet. Open the width of your jump board. Squeeze your legs back together. Back to parallel, pull, release back. Keep your head raised if you can, and press. Pilates feet, and 2 beats. Parallel, pull back, hands back in, and press. Pilates feet, and beat 1, and a 2, and a 3. Parallel, and pull, release. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders if you need to, and press. Pilates feet, and here's 4, 3, 2, 1. Parallel, and pull. Hands to your shoulders, and press. Reach up taller. And we go 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4, and a 5. Parallel, pull. Nice flat sacrum, guys. Final one. Instead of beating, we're going to flex our feet, and we're going to do tiny walks. Walk, walk, walk. And now walk up towards the ceiling. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And walk down. 2, 3, 4, 5. Reach up even deeper. 8, 9, 10. Point your feet, tabletop, hands in. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Peg your straps. Excellent work, guys. From there, we're going to come up to sitting. We can leave our headrest up. We're going to find our head support. I'm going to start by laying on my left side for jumps. I'm going to come down. I'm going to hold on to my peg with my left hand. I'm going to press into the shoulder block with the meat of my right palm. I have my headrest in place. I don't like stuff on my ear. That's why it's up right by my temple. My left leg is tucked in. I'm not reaching up or arching, but I do have a slight lift as if I'm pulling my muscles all together, cinching up my core in sideline, just like I would do for sideline legs and mat. I'm going to take my foot to parallel and reach in front of me. It's basically a 90-degree position, or as close as I can get, and I'm going to press out. My toes are still on, and I'm going to press. Here's 3. And 4. And 5. And now we're going to add a heel raise. So press and raise up to the ball of your foot, back to your heel, and in. And press. Ball of foot, heel, and in. Press. Ball of foot, heel, and in. 4. Try not to let your knee go up or down. And 5. And now we're going to jump. Roll through the ball of your foot, toe ball heel. Come in, toe ball heel. Good. 2 more and we're adding on. Now, jump a little kick forward and back. Here's 2. 3. 4. 5. My foot is landing in line with my hip. Don't tuck to reach your foot out. Good. We're all the way back in. Sorry, I didn't cue that very well. We're going to take our foot, rotate the femur in the hip socket to track our knee over our big toe. We're not leaning back to do that. We're still stacked on our side. Our hip is over hip, our shoulders over shoulder, and we're pressing down. Rotate the femur in the hip socket the whole time. This will be a nice relaxing break in between the between the parallel and the Pilates feet jumping. We're going to do some nice presses with some heel raises. We're really working it through so that we can do some nice one-legged jumping, staying safe, keeping the box of our body stacked. Press into the shoulder block. Keep your shoulder away from your ear. Good. And now press and lift and lower. I did too many presses, I'm sorry. Press, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hopefully I'll remember to do that. My presses on the other side. And now we jump. Don't add anything in yet, just a nice jump. Really reaching energy out through your foot and out through your head. Lift up out of your side if you've sunk into it. Rotate the femur in the hip socket. the entire time as you press out and as you land. Good. Now, we're going to add an upward lift and lower. At an angle, we lift and lower towards the upper corner. Good. Woo! My booty is burning. Okay, release it back in. Guys, we're going to place our head support to the side, come through the center. We're going to do the repeater series real fast before we go to the other side. I'm going to lift my left leg up to prepare. Hopefully this time I'll be able to make it straight through to the straight-legged scissors without stopping. And I'm going to jump and switch. Here's 1, 2. Make sure you're in a nice neutral spine. Nice breathing. Good. Try to land back in the same position that you started from. If you find that you're moving too much, okay, now we're going to go straight leg, guys. If you find that your machine's moving, you're probably landing too flat on your foot with no articulation. You really need to find the articulation so that you're not harming your body. Don't allow your foot to bounce off twice like we talked about earlier, right? And the footwork. Try to keep your heel on nice and supported. No double bouncing. Good. 1 more set, and then we'll reset up for skier. Press it out, and come in. Inhale, exhale to curl up, reaching your palms up towards the ceiling. Jump, toes to the left, and reach, toes to the right. Add the oblique crunch on top, and crunch. And 3. Nice wide shoulders. Leave that space between your chin and your chest. Woo, I really landed there. Good. 8, 9. 1 more set. Jump out. Come back in. Release your head, neck, and shoulders. Something's catching on my machine. My straps are catching underneath somehow. What's going on here? Sorry, guys. Curls up. There we go. All fixed. Parallels are jumping, I guess. If you want to avoid that, you could take your handles off and throw them in your well when you jump. I know a lot of people don't like the noise. I'm going to do that now to keep it from happening again. We're going to our other sideline for jumping, and then we're going to go to arms, side, front, other side on the box. So let's go ahead and come back down for the same series to the other side. I'm setting up, I have my bottom leg tucked, my right arm's holding on my peg, the meaty part of my left hand's pressing into the shoulder block. I have my knee and my ankle in line with my hip. I'm lifting up through my right side, so I'm not necessarily side bending, but I have a slight lift, just like I would for sideline legs. Then I'm going to press out, and then just 5 before I add the heel raise. When we go to the parallel, or I'm sorry, the Pilates V, we'll do 10 because I messed up on the other side. My apologies. And squeeze and press. And now, on this next one, we're going to add the heel lift. So press, or raise up to the ball of your foot, down to your heel, and then bend it in. And press, raise, lower, and in. Here's 3. And 4. Final one, we're going to start jumping in parallel. And and jump. Reaching energy out of our head and out of our toes. Good. And 5. Leave your heel connected once it connects. Don't let it bounce off and bounce back. Good. And now we're going to kick, foot to the front slightly and pull it back. Foot front and back. 3, 4, 5, 6. Lift up out of your side. Nice long neck. Abs up and in. Wrap your ribs and in. Now, without lifting or lowering our foot, we're going to rotate from the hip socket. Turn it out so that our knees tracking over our big toe. Press it out. Don't lean back. You'll scrunch into your sciatica. Could cause some pain later on if you have some sciatica issues. Okay, we're only halfway there on this side because I messed up on the other side. Let's do 5 more presses. Good job. The second side is always so much tougher, and we went through the center work both sides, so I don't know if anyone else is feeling this one, but I definitely am. Try to squeeze more through the glutes so you don't pop into your knee when you stretch out. Good. And stretch. And now heel lift once your leg is straight. Lower your heel, and then when your heel is lowered, you bend your knee in. Straighten your leg all the way, and then raise up to the ball of your foot. Drop your heel, and then bend your knee. Good. Here's 3. Hand in your shoulder block. Stack your shoulders on top of each other and your hips on top of each other. 1 more. Nice long neck. And now we jump. 10, 9. Stretch energy out of your leg. 3. Oh, I'm sorry, where is this 4? I was counting backwards and I messed up. Here's 6, 7, 8. Try to keep your leg in the same spot in space, not dip or raise. And now after this last one, we're going to jump, kick our foot up at an angle, and lower. Kick your foot up towards the top corner of your jump board, and lower. And lift. There's 5 halfway there. And lift. Stack shoulders on shoulders and hips on hips. Abs up and in, ribs wrapped. 2 more. Good, come all the way back in. Oh my goodness. We're gonna take a second. We're gonna pound out that top outer glute with our hand. Just give it a little, nice little hit, or a little bounce, whatever you prefer to think of it as. We're gonna roll through center to our other side. We're gonna give that other glute the same courtesy if you have a muscle done. It's always helpful to do that later tonight, right? All right, we're going to press ourselves up to sitting. Remove our head rest. I'm gonna come over and get my box. I am using 1 bread spring on the sidearms and in the center. If you find that this weight is too heavy for you, please feel free to adjust. Again, 1 rod on my machine is 1 medium spring. I'm going to place my handles back on because I took them off, so I didn't have to listen to them when I was jumping. To accommodate for the weight that I'm not changing, I am sitting towards the back, towards the shoulder blocks. This will help to lessen my spring tension. I'm sitting with my heels directly under my sits bones. I'm going to lift it up, lift my strap up. It's in my hand, my palms facing me, my thumbs hooked to the outside, hand on my hip. I'm going to raise my arm up and come back down. I'm not bringing my arm all the way up. I don't want to get into my shoulder, but I am trying to bring it above a 90-degree angle and try to keep it in line the whole time. Ooh, mine's coming out. That's how I know I've gone too far, right? This is called shave the face. So right by your face, don't allow your weight to shift on your sits bones. It's a lot of work in your core. Okay, from there, I'm going to reach my right arm across, grab my handle, bring my shoulder up, back, and down, place my left hand on my waist. We're not getting into our rotators that much here, but we are going to slide the shoulder down our back, so we bring our elbow to the side, like a little pirate. That's what my teacher Katie Rowley calls it, the pirate. feel it across your shoulder girdle in the back. Right down, wrap your ribs. Go, hey there, matey. Right? Wonderful. Don't allow your shoulder to lift. Excellent. From there, we're going to take our left hand, hook it through, so our thumb is hooked again. Bring our left hand to rest on top. Bring it to the middle, the center of your body, so it's coming right out of your sternum. Now rotate, leaving the strap in your sternum. Don't allow your hands to come back here. You want it right here, really feeling it underneath your arm, in your ribs, and rotate it across. Only as far as you can rotate your ribs. Your arms will go a lot farther, but you're working your rotation here. Imagine there's a pole going straight out the tip top of your head, out through your tailbone, and that you're rotating around it. So you don't want to lean into the strap to get more movement. This is a true rotation. Wrap your ribs. One more. Your eyes follow the strap. Good. Take the strap in the original position, just like it was for Shave the Face. Arm down by your side, fingertips pointing towards the jump board, elbow pointing towards your body. And bend, bring in the strap with you, and then reach the strap overhead. And bring your strap back down, and come back up to sitting. It's a side bend. We're going to side bend without the reach, side bend with the reach. Leave your ribs wrapped the whole time. And side bend only to the side. Don't allow your body to twist. If this is too heavy for you, don't do the reach. Or if you feel it in your neck, take out the reach. My arm's not straightening all the way. And my elbows driving in towards my hips, so I have a nice lift up and over. I'm reaching my fingertips to where the wall and the ceiling be. Good. From there, I'm going to hold on to my strap. I'm just going to bring my legs up and over so that I'm straddling, facing my jump board. I'm going to reach back and hold on to my other strap. Scooch forward slightly so they don't fall off the back side. I'm going to bring my hands in towards my natural waistline, roll my shoulders up, back, and down, squeeze my elbows towards back, wrap my ribs so that they're not flaring out. I'm going to reach up. My hands are going to step on my sternum in 12 for a beat. I'm not going to pull up so I'm in my shoulders, but I'm staying underneath my arms, wrapping my ribs, drawing my abdominals up and in, dropping my belly towards my spine. I'm leaving my fingertips in line with my pulleys so that I'm not rounding in on my shoulders and I have nice wide collarbones. Good. Here's 9. We're going to go into hug a tree after this. 10, and pull it back. Reach your arms up in the nice rounded wide second position like a ballerina and pull it. Bring your fingertips to where your sternum is 12 for me and open, resist. Wrap your ribs and inhale to open. Don't allow your shoulders to come in on each other. Leave them wide. Bend your elbows a little bit more if you need to. Good. Squeeze in on the box with your calves. Now, drop your arms down by your side. Don't allow them to go back. You want to keep them right at your hips or in front to protect your shoulders. We're going to reach our hands up to our sternum and 12 knee. Open them to a T or wide V and lower down. You could consider this a half circle. It looks more like an upside down teardrop. And then open and down and lift. I have a nice bend in my elbows the whole time so that I'm really able to work underneath my arms and my shoulder blades. One more in this direction, then we're going to reverse for 5. And now lift out to the wide V. Bring it in line with your uprights and lower. And lift, forward and lower. And lift, wrap your ribs and reach taller as you lower. 2 more. Final one. Excellent. Allow your machine to come all the way into the bumper. Place your left strap on. Place your left hand on your wrist. My sits bones, my heels are lined up with my sits bones. I'm not gonna allow my heels to go, my knees to go in or out. Lift and lower. And wrap your ribs. You don't want to lose this connection under your arm. It's going to help you with the swan and the hand jumping in a minute. So stay out of your neck. Nice stack, box your body, shoulders over your hips. Good. Now come in, take your left hand, come into a pirate arm, squeeze your bicep by your side, right arm by your hip, and lift out and lower. As you lift up, slide your shoulder blade even further down your back and lower. Don't lean in. And 7, and 8, and 9, and one more. Good. Taking your right hand, hook it through, so your thumb's on the outside. Place your left hand on top. It's not doing anything, it's just resting, right? Now, bring the straps to the front. So you're really squeezing in under your right arm here. Your sternum's right in front, your strap is right in front of your sternum. Now rotate. Stop when you're not rotating your ribs anymore. And exhale across. Keeping your sternum in line with that strap the whole time. This is a much smaller move than you probably would like. Think of wringing out a claw. So really exhale all the air that you can out of your lungs. I've heard it said that when Joseph Pilates designed spine stretch on the mat, he designed it so that you could bring all the air out of your lungs. Think of this in the same way. Think of wringing the water out of a sponge like you're doing the air out of your lungs right now. Good, come back to center, release. Place your hand down by your side, fingertips facing the jump board, elbow into your hip. Bring your hand in just like it was for shape the face. Bend at the side, really reaching up and over the elbow, and then reach with your arm. Reaching for the wall in the ceiling. Wrap your ribs strongly. Bring your arm down, bring your body up. So first moves the body, then moves the arm. On the way back, the arm moves, and then the body. And reach for the wall in the ceiling, and lower, and lift. Slide the shoulder blade down the back the entire time. While you're doing that, it'll probably be almost impossible to straighten your arm all the way without popping into your neck. We really want to make sure we're working the shoulder girdle here. 2 more. 1 more. All right. I'm going to take my straps, toss them to the well. And step off to the side. We're going to do swan, some double hand jumping. Then we're going to go into some pulling straps. We're going to do a little bit more jumping, and then we're going to go ahead and finish off with feet and straps. So I'm going to place my hands on the front tip tops of my box, one leg, then the other leg. My sternum and 12th over my bra strap are the tip top of my box. I'm going to press away until my head's in front. Don't release your hands and press your spine into your jump board, but I'm squeezing under my arm, pressed out. I'm going up and into my abdominals. I'm wrapping my ribs. With my hands raised to where they are, which is higher than my foot bar normally is, I will not reach the same level of swan that I normally would. And that's okay. Really try to platform under your arms. Really platform your shoulder. I squeeze under your arms, platform your shoulder blades like we're just working on. So press out on 1, pull up and in onto you. Pressing down on your jump board, don't pull it towards you. Press out on 3, wrapping your ribs and in. And press and lift. Squeezing your glutes, squeezing your inner thighs. And here's 3. Reach up, 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 and lower, and in. Let's do 3 more. Nice long line from the tip top of your head up through your toes. Not a lot of extent, or not a lot of back extension in this class, so let's go ahead and enjoy it. Now, press out, come in, staying down. Make sure that when we're hand jumping, you don't run your head into your jump board. But we are going to squeeze our legs together, otherwise we're going to hit our we were the other way, we're not going to straighten our arms all the way because we don't want to get into our shoulder, our neck. Just a nice little jump, just a little something different. Give our legs a little break, right? Here's 17, 18, abdominals up in there, wrap your wrist. And the final one. Come in, lift your head up. Place your hands on the front corner of your box. Come off to the side. Look at your straps. We're going to be doing pulling straps 1 and 2. We're going to be doing them in a frog position, just in case your legs didn't get enough work. We're going to add some pulses at the end. Hands on both corners of our box. Lift your knee up, not your knee. I'm sorry, bend at your knee so you're not going to kick your jump board, right? I'm back in the same position here that I was for swan. So my sternum and shoulder over my bra strap are at the front of my box. I'm going to put my handles on like bracelets, choke up on my straps, reach to the outside of my box. Inhale, exhale, squeeze underneath my arms, reach my fingertips towards the jump board and pull my hands back towards my hips. I can lift up into a tiny baby lift, chest expansion, and then I lower back down, everything back to neutral. My abdominals are pulling up and in, my ribs are wrapping, I have a straight line from my head down to my knees because I'm in a frog position. I'm going to lift up and I'm going to lower. I'm squeezing my shoulders and pulling my shoulders away from my ears. Good. Here's 6. This is the pull. I like pulling strap 1 way more than I like pulling straps 2. So you might go a little slower and want to go a little faster in 2. And stay up. And now bend at the elbows for tricep press and press. And in and press. Control the machine. It shouldn't be jumping around. Flex your feet real fast. Now on this next one, leave your arm extended. Leave the machine up and now pulse up. Pulse for 1. You shouldn't feel this in your low back. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades. It's all coming from your glutes. Release your hands, come back to neutral, come back in. Don't release your legs or weight straight to pulling straps too. Hold on to the plastic. I like to put my thumbs in the rings like a thumb ring. Hook it around, bring your hands out, palms facing down to the mat, and squeeze in, palms to your hips and lift. Squeeze the bottom tips of your shoulder blades and lower. And squeeze and lift. Don't allow your ribs to flare. It's just a tiny chest lift. Imagine you're on the mat and you're just doing a chest lift without any arm support. One more. Stand up at the top. We're going to pulse in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Flex your feet and squeeze your glutes in up. 2. Notice my upper body's not moving while I'm doing this. And now open to the side. Lower your body. Place your hands on the reformer. Let your shins rest on your jump board. Lower your head. Shake your head. Shake your neck out. Yes. No. Good. Throw your straps in the middle. Come off to the side, holding onto the upper corners of your box. We are going to place our box in a short box position. From here, we're going to come on to a quadruped position on our box. I have my thighs pressing in. If it makes you more comfortable to place your hands on the shoulder blocks or on the pegs or on your elbows, that's great. Don't allow your booty to scooch back like this wherever you are. I'm going to place my hand on the shoulder block so I can squeeze underneath my arms. I'm going to take my left foot, bring it up. I'm in a parallel position and press it out straight. Lift your foot slightly if you need to, or if it makes you more comfortable for the jumping. I'm wrapping my ribs up and in. I might have to bring my leg down just a little bit, and I'm going to bend in and straighten. Same thing that we did for sideline. Keep your neck nice and long. And now heel lift and lower and in. And press and heel lift. 3. We are not lifting or lowering our legs out to the side or circles or anything crazy like that. We're just gonna do a straight jumping for 20. So press and jump. And jump. Abs up and in. Nice lines on the tip top of your head up through your tail. Square your hips. We have 10 more. 10, 9, 8, 7. If it makes you uncomfortable to do this, continue with the presses. Good. Come on in. Now, rotate your femur in the hip socket so that your knees track over your big toe. You don't want your knee pointing down and your toes pointing to the side. You will splay your hip out to the side slightly. Place your elbow on the box, and you can place your hand, if your hand is on top, if your elbows are on top, you can place your hand up to the top. You can place your hand here. You can place your hand on the shoulder block. Otherwise, it's really not gonna work. I'm gonna place my hand at the top of my box and press and in. I have my thigh pressed to the box the whole time, so I'm keeping my body position relatively stable. I'm really feeling it in my left glute right now, or my right, no, it's my left glute. And extend up to follow your foot, heel, and bend in, and lift. It's usually your stabilizing leg, or your stabilizing body part that's doing the most work in Pilates. Good. Make sure your foot's lifted so you don't break anything, right? Like your toes, you don't hurt them. Okay, and now we have 20 jumps. Rotating the femur and the hip socket the whole time. Shoulders away from your ears, squeeze out your arms. 4, 5, and inhale, and exhale. Abs up and in, wrap your ribs. Good. Halfway there. Here's 10, and 9, and stretch energy. 7, 6, don't allow your weight to shift back to your left leg. Here's 3, and 2, and 1, and come in. We're gonna do the next side. We're gonna go into a figure 4 stretch, and then we're gonna do the repeater jumping series. Right, because can you ever jump enough in a jump class? I'm going to come back down to my hands on the shoulder block, squeeze under my arms. I'm going to press my foot out to begin, so I can really find my body position. When I did that, I wanted to sink, but lift up. So lower your foot a little bit, and bend it in, and straighten. With nice square hips. Good. 4, and press. 5, and press. Now heel lift, and press, and heel lift, and lower, and bend. 2, 3, here's 4. After this 5th one, we're jumping for 20, and jump. Don't forget to roll, articulate through your foot. That's also going to help you here. Again, if you find that your machine is moving too much, or that your machine is sliding, you need more articulation through your foot to soften the blow of the landing. It will also help your joints. Halfway there, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, just 2 more. Don't forget to breathe. Good. Stop it right there. I'm going to place my elbow, my right elbow on the box. Place my left hand up on the box. Rotate my foot out. Splaying my hips slightly, drawing up and in on everything so that I'm not doing anything crazy. And bending straight for 5, 4. Abs up and in. 3. Here's 2. and 1. And now we're gonna add the heel of, oh my gosh, my right glutes. And then lift and lower and bend. Squeeze up, so you're really lengthening and elongating your neck. 4 and 5. And now we jump for 20. 18. We're gonna really count it out this time. Breathe however you want. Squeeze under your arms, lengthen out through your head, and here's 10. Don't allow the machine to crash. Gotta protect your foot that's on the reformer. 5, 4, 3, 2, final 1, and in. Release the machine carefully into the bumper. Come to sitting. Bring your right heel forward to try to bring your heel underneath your knee. Oh my gosh! Try to sit straight up. This might be good enough for you. Reach your arms back. Sit up tall. Take a couple nice deep breaths. Got a lot of side jumping, side and back jumping, turned out jumping. Release that foot down. Try to bring your left heel underneath your knee. Bring your right foot up. Try to bring above your ankle to above your knee on the thigh bone. So at right above your ankle at the shin to right above your knee on the femur or thigh bone. Reach your arms back. Couple of nice deep breaths here. We have the repeater jumping, then we have feet and straps. And then a couple of nice closing exercises. Release your foot. Carefully come off to the side of the machine. Bring your box off. We still have one red spring on or one medium spring on. Head rest up. Come down onto your back. Left knee up, and then let's trot. And we'll trot. Here's 2. We're going to 10. 3. Nice breathing. Find that nice neutral spine. 8. Bring your legs to tabletop so you can keep that neutral spine. 10. And now we scissor. Here's 1. Nice length out of your legs so you feel a nice stretch. We deserve it after we've done so much jumping today to get a nice stretch. Try to keep your leg in line. Don't really need to go in. I find that sometimes when I get tired, my leg wants to go in. Here's 9. Final jumping of the class. We're going to do skier. 10 to each side. Jump it out. Jump it in. Scooch away from your shoulder blocks. Inhale, exhale to curl up, palms up to the ceiling. Nice space in your chin. Inhale, exhale, or reach your toes to the left and reach up top on your right. Reach up top on your left. Reach your toes the opposite way you're crunching. Good. Don't lose that curl up. We're halfway there. 8. 9. Final set. Reach and crunch. Reach and crunch. Through the center. Land. Rest your head, neck, and shoulders. Come up to sitting. We're going to change to 1 red and 1 green. We're going to find our straps. I'm too tired to stand up and find them. So I'm going to change over my feet straps. If you have double loops, obviously, you don't need to do that. going to come back down onto our back. Press out on the jump board. We'll bend our right knee in, find the strap, press our leg out, find the left foot, press our leg out, come into a frog. Weight through your tailbone, neutral spine, and press. Try to press as low as you are on the jump board. It'll be a nice challenge for your core. 4, good. And release. As you press out, squeeze everything towards the center. 2 more, and squeeze it up, and release. Final one, and now press it out. We're gonna Peter Pan. Our left leg is going to come to the side as our right foot bends in with bringing our heel towards our glutes, and we press both feet out, flexed, and now we point both feet. We bring our right foot in, our left foot in bend, and our right foot extends out to the side. Flex both feet to extend, just like your Peter Pan, standing in the air, hands on your hips, and point, off to Neverland, and extend. Point, and extend, also called bow and arrow. With the feet, I like to do that, reminds me more of Peter Pan. 1 more to each side, and extend, and point, and extend. Point your feet, lift them to ceiling, turn them parallel, flex your feet and lower. Don't lose your neutral spine point, and lift. And flex and lower, squeeze down through the glutes and hamstrings. Two more with these feet, and then we're going to change the choreography. Good. Point to lift, keep them pointed, point to lower, and flex to lift. Nice neutral spine, keeping your 12th rib anchored to the mat. Good. 4. Now, when we do the open close, it's a nice stretch. We're also going to do the same foot choreography that we just did. So point your feet, turn out your Pilates feet, point open, flex to squeeze your legs together. Point open and flex to squeeze using your glutes too. Don't discount the rotation of the femur, the hip socket, and helping you. 1 more. Now keep your feet flexed and flex to open, point to close. 2. 3, platform your arms. Nice long neck, nice wide collarbones. Anchor your back ribs. And now we leg circle. Out and down and squeeze and lift. Nice neutral spine, not shifting or imprinting. Keeping the spine. Good. This is our final one before we reverse and lift. And now lower and open and lift and squeeze. Lower. Don't allow your feet to beat in the center. Control your straps and squeeze and lower and open and lift and squeeze. Bend your feet into a frog. Take your left foot out. Find the jump board. Press out. Take your right foot out. Bend it in. Take your straps. Come up to sitting. We're going to change over for 1 green. So we're going to move that 1 red. Now we're just on 1 heavy spring. We're going to come into mermaid. We're going to sit in a Z-sit position today. So my right foot, my right shin is going to be parallel or perpendicular, no, parallel with the side of the reformer. My left shin is pressing into the shoulder blocks. I have my right hand in front of me. I'm going to press away and reach up and over, reaching for where the wall and the ceiling meet. So we're really getting a nice stretch out of both sides. Bend my elbow down towards my hip. This should feel very similar to the box side reach we did. And reach up and over, bending my elbow toward my hip here as well. And back to a T. Place my hand down, elbow towards my hip, and reach up, up, up. Wall on the ceiling. Bend it in and up and reach over. And reach to a T. And reach up and over, pulling my shoulders away from my ears. And over. Come back to sitting. And now we can just take our legs and switch them. Now my right leg, my right shins are pressing into the shoulder blocks. My left shin is parallel with the side of the reformer. My left hand's up on top of the jump board. I'm going to press out and away, reach up and over, reach it for the wellness. Let me bend my elbow in towards my hips as I sit up, 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 and reach away. My right elbow's pointing into my hip now, and back to a T. Hand down on the jump board, reach up and over, and come up to sitting tall, and reach up and over. Nice stretch. Try to breathe with it, really finding the rhythm of your breath. And reach up and over, and reach to the wall. Back to a T. Guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. If you need any modifications, please reach out. I hope you have a great day. Thank you.